Hello and welcome to another episode of Momento Malum today. The lychee is a member of the soapberry family. This fruit crop is widely grown in the tropics and subtropics. The species originates from China, where it was domesticated around 2300 years ago. It has since then been introduced to many other Asian nations, as well as New Zealand and Australia. China has the largest lychee industry in terms of both acres and production, and it contributes significantly to the livelihood and economy of local peoples within China. Due to the long history of lychee cultivation, a large number of experimental lines and cultivars have been established in China. However, most cultivars ripen between mid-June and mid-July, leading to a centralized fruit maturation period. As a consequence, there is a desire to breed extremely early or extremely late fruiting cultivars, and further improve other traits in lychee. To that end, Dr. Liu would use SNP genetic marker technology to analyze 84 lychee lines, which would include 37 heirloom cultivars, 18 modern cultivars, 12 experimental hybrids, and 17 wild lines. And here are the results. It was found that the wild lines and the heirloom cultivars and the new experimental lines were drawn from a wider gene pool than occur in modern cultivars. It was found that these lines genetically grouped based on their maturity groups. Group 1 consisted of extremely early maturing lines, Group 2 consisted of early maturing lines, and Group 3 consisted of middle to late maturing lines. All the extremely early cultivars and the wild Yunnan lines fall under Group 1. Hybrids between Group 2 and wild Yunnan cultivars also fell under Group 1 as well. Group 2 showed the highest level of crossbreeding between groups in comparison with Groups 1 and 3. Over half of the variation, in terms of genetic variability, stems from the variation within groups, while only 5% of the variation could be explained by the variation between groups. If you want to donate to my channel, the links are below. If you want to buy my book, you can also find that link in the description box below. It was found that the lowest level of genetic diversity was found in modern cultivars that have been newly bred in recent years. This is likely because of the intensive artificial selection pressure caused by breeding elite cultivars with other elite cultivars, creating a genetic bottleneck. Genetic differences between different maturity groups seem to stem from the two domestication events that led to the domestication of lychee. Extremely early maturing lines were domesticated from the Yunnan wild populations, while the middle to late maturing lines were bred from the Hainan wild lychee populations. The normal early lines are mixes between both lines. It was also found that the maternal lineage contributes more genetic traits to the offspring in comparison to the paternal lineage, plausibly indicating cytoplasmic inheritance for many traits. The researcher concludes by suggesting that the full utilization of the gene pool of the lychee in future breeding work is required to avoid and reverse the genetic erosion of the gene pool of the current lychee population, and reverse the trend of the shrinking gene pool of the common lychee. And that covers everything. Thank you for watching.